So, among other things, I definitely had to build, once again, a few nether tunnels. Obviously my own, this like a main area, goes down there where it goes to my villager mansion, or the former villager mansion. This goes to the city, which has kind of like the city theme, kind of like that. Down here it goes to the Project Ice Cream Sandwich. Pretty simple nether tunnel. Basically a lot of like the theme of my build. This goes to the cave build, obviously. So yeah, that's the main tunnels. I can't remember if I built this face, but I know for a fact that I built this nether tunnel to Mod World. Yeah. It's creepy. I built the tunnel to Shop Town, just right over here. Kind of a short tunnel. I definitely like this. Pretty nice details on this one, in my opinion. This glorious piece of work was my creation, and tunnel was not. I made this mesa picture, Badlands. Didn't make tunnel per se, but I did make the rail. This is down. I made this little thing down. It goes to the Trident Farm. Did not make any of these two, but I did make both tunnels. Pretty simple tunnel going down to the Blaze Farms. And one of my funnest achievements, the Squid Farm tunnel, aquarium like built, which I very much like. It's fun. That's supposed to be. Obviously up here I broke a hole to the nether, and I made one of my first real big projects. One of the things I wanted to do for this season was try to do some big farms, and I made the gold farm, some design. Looks like it still works a little bit. It's here with the like the turtle eggs that attracts the pigmen. They drop down and they drop their gold. It's only for gold and for zombie flesh if you need that. Oops, I don't know where I'm flying. Up here is the collection system. Somebody put a door here. But yeah, if it's actually on, it'll go up here. You can go and collect. This is also the AFK area, so that's pretty cool. Pretty interesting trying that out. One of the other projects I worked on was the Blaze Farm, because we didn't really have one after quite a while. There's two Blaze Farms here, basically. Not that effective. I can't actually remember how this one works. But none of them worked out that well. It was two different kinds. Oh, there we go. Because I didn't feel any of them actually worked that well. So I believe they get pushed down here by pistons in this one. We can have a look on top in a moment. The other design was where they would be attracted to a magma block, and then they would fall down here, and you would kill them right here. So this would be that design. Might not work anymore, or there might just be too many mobs, I don't know. This over here is the other design. Yeah, so it has pressure plates and the pistons pushes them down where they funnel down to the end. None of them really worked out that well, unfortunately. Another really fun and tedious project was the Squid Farm, which I worked on with the Budget's Killer. Super effective Squid Farm. I believe it still is. So we did quite a bit of work on that. It was really fun. A lot of the design, I came up with this idea and I kind of died in it, and Killer actually managed to finish most of it. So it turned out pretty good. I don't think I actually built the wall around it. I wanted to have like an experimental area, like an Area 51-ish area in here, but it never really turned into anything. So this is what it ended up being, but still pretty damn cool if you ask me, and a very effective Squid Farm. So Killer has always been very dominant in the bat killing, and I hate bats just as much as him. So he made a little contest. Probably not really a fair result, but he wanted to make a contest with me about most bat hits, and we kind of both stopped playing. Did have most bat hits, as you can clearly see, but yeah, we kind of stopped playing, both of us. So I'm pretty sure he still has more bat kills than me, most definitely actually, but I had 1226. It's pretty good. Here in the back of Mortown Center, this was one of my last things that I worked on, which was gonna be like a arena thing, and in classic almost BWO style. That's kind of almost the last project for the season. I had some fun ideas, but yeah, again, the whole ideas didn't come to fruition. I wanted to have like some like places where you could like swim under, like have some PvP, because we were kind of missing having PvP action here. Shoot your bows and stuff like that, but didn't really turn out to be too much. So before all these unused things around here, more or less, no. Originally we were gonna theme the March worlds, but it didn't really happen. So the first build that was actually made was this Cacti on ice, where you obviously enter through the Cacti spot, which is like PvP game. I made it like a desert area because you have a desert area. You get the B and stuff. Cacti was obviously based on Final Fantasy. Originally, I was going to do it with red sand, but we didn't have access to red sand, so this is what it turned out to be. I don't like the look of it, but yeah, it is what it is. It didn't necessarily fit in too well with everything else around here. Originally, we had some game shows starting up here, and I made this bridge, which was the game show bridge. There was a few game shows here. I had my first game show, which never really was titled. The game, kind of like the game of friendship. Red versus green versus blue. I built this bridge. I think I built the bridge. So I started up building this area, which was like, and I missed like the season 3 strip area. So I started up this. I believe Weather has since moved on to do all that kind of jazz. And all the game shows got moved over here. Over here, I moved the blue versus green, the game of friendship, which was a 3-round show. Kind of fun. Okay. This was like How Well Do You Know Your Partner. It was 2v2 game. This was like the crafting bridge, which is a fun little game where you had to like to craft and the other person had to guess. This was Question Pyramid, where you had to guess like the most answers, and there was a few twists on the way. Kind of fun. Over here, one of my favorite builds this season actually, is the J Party which is something I never really got to use and never really imagined that. So obviously based around Jeopardy, but with a few twists. This. So I made it down to like 4 questions, and there would be like a value, and you had like a bet value and stuff. Back here, I would put like a special block for like the double Jeopardy kind of thingamajig, but it never really got used. But still like the building. It does seem a bit empty on the inside, but outside I definitely like it. Also, over here I made like a storage area and sleeping area. Personal forgotten storage, also a sleeping hall, where people could put their storage if they wanted, and where I could put people's storage when I got tired of looking at it. And yeah, just some beds, so you could use that. Community storage, I think weather or somebody put that to get some snow, and that's that. So here we are in Shoptown. I'm going to show you this off first. This bridge I built that connects the 2 Shoptown districts. The original part, I thought it was actually going to be mostly over here, but when we picked out the spot, then I believe Special made like 3 or 4 buildings over here. This is also my crap that led down to my villagers when I released them, and I've made usable for everybody. Somebody put on this coral, which looks pretty cool. This was my first shop. Mint Your Life Away was a mending shop. One of the first shops in Shoptown, the first on this side, which sells mending books. You can still buy them, 1 diamond per mending book. Buy everything. I'm not gonna play anymore, whatever. This is my MFC shop, obviously based a bit around like KFC, but mostly based about a comment about Mixon talking about his flopping card in one of my first episodes, and I noted it down like I want to build a shop called Mixon's Floppy Card and sell Mixon's Floppy Card. I put a lot of stock in here because yeah, I'm not going to use it again. Go ahead, buy. It's actually Mighty Flux Corp. Flux Corp was going to be a thing. Evil Flux Corp. Not really based, but kind of like Evil Corp from Mr. Robot. But there was not really a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, I put a lot of food in here, so if you need some food, there's a lot. There's still ink and stuff like that. There's still some of Mixon's flopping card, limited edition, and stuff like that. I had the banner patterns, every banner pattern in the game, including the one you used the notch apple for, because I had a lot of luck with notch apples. I ate one, I used one for that, and I have 4 down here. All gotten legit. Over here we got the auction house, which is a fun idea that I decided to do. Didn't really get used that much, got used a little bit in the start, but that was basically it. If the server had been more active, I think it would have been used a lot more. Basically just your standard auction house with the auctioneer and the auctioneer benches. You could put things up for auction, set it for a number of days, and whoever won. Back over here we have one of my creeper builds, which is Clay Daddy's hard clay, which is nice and disgusting, where I obviously sell terracotta, even though it's called hard clay. Feel free to buy what you want from Clay Daddy. The last thing I did on the server was basically put all my items to sale to some degree to see if I could see how many diamonds I could make, and to some degree just give people an option to buy anything if they needed something, and they obviously still can. Don't really care about the money or anything. Funniest thing is I put down some powdered snow here. When I put it down, I fell in it quite a few times myself, but I did see Ace fall down on it, and that was worth it alone. Amethyst blocks are wonderful. But basically I sell all kinds of different stuff, whatever you need. The don't worry too much about the prices. If you need anything for a build, just you can pay, or pay whatever you want. The signs say it's not really. Feel free to give yourself a discount if it's under a stack. Take it for free, whatever. I'm not gonna use it, so go right ahead. But yeah, I basically think that's what I did for the 1,000+ hours, maybe 1,200, maybe 1,500, who knows. But yeah, that's basically it. That's season 4 for you. So I just want to say thank you for watching this tour-ish thing and that jazz. Take care. Bye.